He's coming right now.
He's coming. So just go ahead.
No, go wait for him.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. He's coming right now.
There he comes.
He's here. He's here. Get in here.
Happy birthday, Don.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present the distorted ramblings of two old women. There was a little girl who had a little curl right in the
No, lady, this is not about Daddy's little dimple darling. This is about Patty. It's her birthday. I'll start. 'Twas the 6th day of August, 1941. Old Carl was a-smilin', that son of a gun. His glorious wife had just given birth to the most beautiful child ever born on this earth. From the very beginning, Patty made it quite clear the world would be different now that Patty was here. So we're here to share stories, the good and the bad, of life with our sister, our #1 sad. Take it away, Leon.
Our sister, Patricia Ann Foley, Patty, was born on August the 6th, 1941 in a small town called Perry, Oklahoma. She was the firstborn of our parents, Carl and Edith Foley. Now, Daddy did say when he saw her, she was the prettiest baby he'd ever seen. Of course, she was his first. At a very early age, it became quite evident that Patty was very intelligent. She had a real adventurous spirit and was just the tiniest bit stubborn. For an example, when she was about 2, she went out, got the keys to the family car, went outside, climbed up in the car, locked all the doors, and sat on the horn. Mama came running out, and she said, "Patty, please, unlock the doors." She begged, she pleaded, she cried. Patty just sat there. Until she got tired of the game. Then she climbed down, unlocked the doors, and got out. I think Mama may have beaten her half to death that time. Anyway, that didn't stop her. The next day, she found the keys again. Went out, got in the car, climbed in, locked the doors. You get the picture?
Well, then of course, there was the time that Mama took her to town. They're walking down the street and they passed this elderly, overweight lady. Patty reached out, ever so gently tugged the lady's skirt. The lady looked down and couldn't help but smile when she saw this beautiful little blonde girl with the angelic face. Imagine Mom's horror when Patty looked at the woman and said, B.O.
As I said, Patty had an adventurous spirit. She also had a dog. The dog's name was Peggy, and she was half German Shepherd and half wolf, and very protective of Patty. So one day when they both disappeared, Mom wasn't too worried. But after a while, when she couldn't find her baby, she began to panic. So she went rushing down to where our dad worked. And she said, "Carla, can't find her. She's gone. The dog's gone. I do not know where they are." So while they're standing there, the phone rings. It's the local police. And the police officer says, "Mr. Tolley, we have this little blonde, real Snow White blonde little girl here. She looks to be about 2. And she was picked up with this big old dog. Now the dog is standing out on the steps to the station house and it won't let anybody in and it won't let anybody out. Now, somebody said they thought this dog belonged to you. We asked the little girl what her daddy's name was, and all she'd say was,
Barbara Cogankle.
so then we asked her what her name was, and she said,
Patsy Ancy Wetzer Pansies. Aha, San Antone. Get me hot and take me home.
Daddy said, "Oh my God, we'll be right there to get her." Now, as I said, Patty was the firstborn.
May I explain?
Our folks thought the good bit meant just what it said.
and they took to their hearts each word that they read. If they wanted to enter that sweet by and by, they would have to get busy. Go forth, multiply. So after Patty came Laney, Linda, Mike, Tom, and Bob. And old Carl just kept it smiling. He had done a wonderful job.
Well, by this time, we had moved to 807 North 7th Street in Tonkawa, Oklahoma. Patty had started babysitting us when she was about 7.5 years old. I would have been 5 and Linda would have been 3. When Patty told us to do something, you can bet your life we did it.
Some things never change.
For example, shortly after she started babysitting us, she woke us up in the middle of the night after everybody else had gone to sleep with a very matter of fact, get dressed, we're going to California. So like good little sisters, we got up, we got dressed, we didn't ask a question, we followed her right out through the window and into the night.
On the road again, we're following Patty down the road again.
Can you imagine 3 little girls sneaking down the alley, running over to the highway, heading to California? Of course, California is due west of Oklahoma. We were heading due north till Blackwell. But what can I say? Anyway, when we'd see headlights off in the distance, we knew cars, coming, so we'd hide in a ditch, wait for them to pass. And as we walked along, Patty began to tell us her plan. We are going to California and become prostitutes. Once we put on makeup and some different clothes, no one will ever guess how old we are.
Like a band of hookers, we go down the highway.
Now, we lived in a very Pentecostal family. We'd never heard any cussing. I don't know where she ever heard the word prostitute, if she even knew what it meant. But as we walked along, we began to cuss. Talk about potty mouth.
Damn it, I never cussed.
Linda, every word out of her mouth was a cuss word. Or at least we thought it was. Anyway, as we're walking along, we found this kitten. Decided, well, what the heck? We'll take him to California with us. So we picked it up. Then we got to a part of the highway where there was no ditch. So we didn't care if anybody saw us or not. Semis were going.
Now picture this. 3 little prostitutes and 3 little girls walking down the highway in the middle of the night, carrying a kitten.
Well, around 1 o'clock in the morning, a convertible pulled over. It had 2 teenage couples in it.